Greetings, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting edition of Shoulda, Hada D8, where we invite friends, fans, cast members, and family to join us as we discuss the prior episodes of The Natural Ones and Descent into the Void. Here we have the cast of Descent into the Void. With us we have Lewis, who plays Horatio.
Hello.
Adam, who plays Duran.
What's up?
Alex, who plays Monaco.
Hey.
And Travis, who plays King.
Hello there.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming. So, we started off with all of you going with the Archmage and being teleported way up high into the Corporis Arcana headquarters. There you were introduced to the Archmage Dudain, as well as his wife, Alara. And we also discovered that they were the parents of Jade, the druid dreamwalker who assisted you and gave you your prophecies that led you to Shiverin in the first place. But to start things off, Horatio, first question to you, Lewis. We have been introduced to the leaders here, as well as to the crimes of you and your mother. And also you were offered leniency in the form of capturing her, because she is out for, there's a warrant for her arrest inside the Corporis. And in order for you to not be arrested yourselves, you were told to take a gesh and retrieve her and turn her into another Corporis member, making sure you give the name of the Archmage so they can receive credit. What is going through Horatio's mind during this event?
Well, Horatio knew he was in trouble, or he started to realize the gravity of the situation that he was in, how much trouble he was in, and he knows that he needs to get help for Shiverin. So, he felt this is the easiest way to get out of here with less complications. I'm basically giving myself a problem later, but it's way down the line because he doesn't even know where his mother is. So he just sees it as I can get this now and deal with that later issue.
And he's fine being placed on with a life-threatening gesh?
He actually didn't, or he was hoping it wouldn't have led to that, but if that's what needs to be done in order for them to be able to get to the king as quickly as possible, then he's gonna do it.
All right. And we also met the Lady Alara Sunfell, the co-archmage, and she was very interested in our elven friends. And she seemed to be interested in elves in general, as her features were augmented to look from human to more elf-like. So our next question goes to both Duran and King, starting off with Adam. How did Duran take this extra attention that Lady Alara Sunfell gave him?
Duran felt super uncomfortable, but he also kind of realizes he's in the presence of really powerful wizards and magicers of all sorts, so he just doesn't want to explode. He's just he has to play it cool. But he definitely felt like his personal space was invaded.
King, same question. Travis?
Well, I mean, because if I recall correctly, the husband was kind of a jerk, so I was like, I'm gonna be standoffish to her on purpose. And so when she came up in me, I was like, get away from me, and I jerked myself away. So that was calculated, you know what I mean? I wanted him to be outwardly upset of her presumptuous of formalities. They thought that they could just be so friendly so quick.
And then from there, she revealed that she's familiar with the elves that are located in the fourth layer, and that she would tell you all about it. What is going through King's mind as he's giving this information, meeting someone finally who knows the Elduvaran forest?
He's immediately learned a new lesson, and that is judge each individual not by their partner, not by their counsel, judge each person individually, because he judged the wife based on the husband and immediately regretted being so harsh because she was like, well, I know elves below. And he was like, I need to know more about those people. Let's
Best
be friends. So he definitely was like, oh man, I should have known better. And like, that's, I'm trying to portray that as like a growing moment for him.
All right. So, and then we also, speaking of Lady Alara, she also revealed that she's also an abjuration wizard, and only that, her arcane ward seems to have the ability to hold multiple concentrations, something that we know Horatio has been much interested in since the time in Galeen when you guys gave up that item.
It haunts me to this day.
I'll keep bringing it up.
It's not gave it up, okay?
I'm gonna go back and get it and be like, I need it now. Here's money. You said you needed money? Give me the item.
But we already sold it to the kingdom to the west or some shit.
Fine, let's go back and
We can't even afford to buy bubble gum. We're so broke.
let's go back and be the Fire Nation that attacked.
For when the Liberators attacked.
And that's when the Liberators attacked.
But Horatio, Lewis, so with this new power looming ahead, if he rejoins the Corporis in some fashion, anything flushing through his mind in this point?
I mean, he knows that it exists. He knows that there is a possibility. So he's gonna try to figure it out on his own before joining. He does want to join. He does want to rejoin the Corporis, but he wants to rejoin on his terms, not when he's forced to.
Does Horatio like being a seeker better or being or Corporis?
I mean, a seeker allowed him to start looking for his mother right away. They didn't put a lot of roadblocks in his way, so he enjoys that. However, they're also the ones that want his mother dead or alive. So, he needs to figure that out before he decides where he's gonna swear loyalty to, I guess.
All right. So then, after you came to terms and agreed to take on this quest that they gave you to find Horatio's mother and allow you to enter the gala in 4 days, you all went to the library, being forbidden, given a warning to not go into any forbidden areas. And in doing so, you, on your way, led by one of the automatons, you snuck a little peek, most of you, into the room and saw some type of strange magical dealings, and Horatio also felt chaos magic somewhere inside of this building. So, as a group question anybody can ask, from that scene, seeing some type of shady magic as the automaton slammed the door on you, and then Horatio's picking up of chaos in the area, what's going through your guys' minds about the Corporis at this point?
They're shady.
They're
Wizard
shady.
Society.
Shady Wizard Society.
Horatio definitely thinks that they have lost their way. He doesn't think that that's what is. I mean, his descendancy would have wanted to study it but not use it. Although that's a fine line, because how can you study it without using it? But he definitely feels like they might be in the process of losing their way, and he's not entirely sure how to deal with that right now. At least that's Horatio's thoughts on it.
All right. And then afterwards, you were led to the library where Monaco did some research on finding ways to bind and or learn more about the energies of devils from the 9 hells and possible ways to trap them. So what is Monaco planning here? If you want to reveal anything. If you don't, you can keep it secret. So this question goes to Alex.
I mean, she's checking out her options. Just desperation has not quite kicked in yet, but or I guess it has. I don't know. It's not great.
And then you handed over the book to Horatio. So Horatio, you did none of your own research, strangely, here, but you had 2 people, both Cal, who gave you the book on his father, and then now Monaco giving you this whispering and locking eyes with you, insinuating something with the books on devil sealing.
Yeah, that's like a last resort for Horatio. He's going to try to find other solutions before resorting to that. and he to harp or to go back to that the fact that he wasn't doing any research, and it was actually extremely strange for Horatio. I mean, there's a lot on Horatio's plate. There's a lot that he's trying to handle, and the fact that, like, the whole shit, I'm gonna have to betray my mother, how am I gonna get out of that situation, that's like weighing on him, you know? So that was like the first time that he was in a library and he actually didn't feel like he was in his favorite place at the moment, you know? Yeah, Horatio's having a rough time.
King, we saw him do his own research on finding out information on sentient weapons and better understanding them, and possibly how to warp them, augment them to dig deeper into its magic. And then we did find out some information in there. He's found out how to connect, how to dig deeper. What is King trying to do with this information? This question goes to Travis.
Yeah, so you said that I can perform a sort of ritual with specific components which you have to provide me, and during that ritual and spending time in attunement, you know, a deeper connection will have been formed. And I guess, you know, I'm trying to like see what else Chastifold or new Holy Spear can do. You know, the mobile unicorn mode is fantastic, but I'm thinking that there must be some other magical ability or some other thing that I have to unlock, or possibly a way to just channel my magic through it in such a way that it doesn't damage my body. So those are the things that he's like trying to understand, because if the spirit spear is just an extension of myself, then I need to have full efficiency, and that's what I'm trying to get at. I feel like I'm not using it to its fullest potential.
Do you think that using this... Well, so when you use the spear, we found out during this last chapter that it didn't daunt on you. You were able to use your magic freely without any worry of tearing yourself further with your magics.
Well, that was just with the
yes, using the spear itself. That's what I mean. So you at least see that channeling your magic, the magic that's within Chastifold, or with this new weapon that remains to be fully named. What does King come to his realization? Does he have any plans for this?
I think that he's going to try and gather all of the reagents of this ritual, potentially ask his allies to either partake in it or maybe allow him to do it, solo. I'm not exactly sure, depending on the mood. But basically, I want to have like a mental battle with it and trying to like dig to the, like when, like in the animes when like the hero's like on empty, dead, dying on the ground, and they're like, and now I'm gonna go beyond, and then they become even stronger than they were before. Like that's what I'm trying to do in my mind, and like dig out the hidden power of Chastifold, and then like wake up in this like fever dream and like be like, now I know how to do na and like you know what I mean, like, because it's a cool staff of healing, but for a late game character, I feel like it should do a little bit more. So I'm trying to like
late game. We're like mid game right now. We're only level 12, right?
Well, I mean, like that's starting to get like higher level. You're right. It's like high mid level though.
Yeah, it's like high mid game. We're about to go into late game. I think late game's like 16 and on.
Have you ever played a character this high
I've gotten
level?
a character to 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've gotten a character to 18. So it was when you get to 18, and it was a rogue too. So it was like, yeah, I'm unkillable, but we're getting there.
Definitely.
I look forward to the scene when King is shopping for like ingredients to help prolong his life through Chastifold, and Minako shopping for ingredients to brew a murder potion to hurt King. She's like, pass me that mandrake root over there.
Oh, and this nightshade's on sale. You sure you need that?
Yeah, just everything in that bag labeled horrible.
Everything in that bag labeled, if you want to murder someone, this is the way.
Hi, where are your poisons? I need your poisons.
Soul draining poisons.
Well, I too am looking forward to seeing Chastafold 100-fold.
What name should I pick?
Unifold.
Galebold.
Actually, Unifold is not bad.
Unifold?
Unifold.
I don't know.
Well, there's no D. It's Chastafold with an L.
Oh,
Unifold.
Unifold. Or Uniki. Like Unity, the Uniki, because it's Miliki.
That's a word. Well, keep on workshopping it.
I'm sort of feel like I have to pick like a historical
Weapon.
Fictional historical magical weapon and not like a cool symbolical name, because like Unity is really cool, but like they ain't no magical sword named Unity in history.
It doesn't have to be. It
doesn't have to be. You
can create the magical weapon named Unity.
I know, but I feel like
Odin's sphere or
I know, like I kind of like Gungnir because that one is like Odin's spear.
Yeah, but like, why would you? I mean, that's my personal opinion. Like, when you could create your own thing, if you could create something that's something that's like tied to King. You get me? Like, you're not pulling from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Granted, if you want to, you can. I'm not saying, but like,
what about like Longinus, Lance of Kings?
Yeah.
Longinus, Lance of Kings, like the Lance of Longinus that was stabbed into the side of Christ.
Are we going biblical with that? That's what I thought you were talking about.
What? I don't know that.
Yeah, no,
I don't know that biblical.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just all pulling spears from mythology, right? I mean, full of phallic spear imagery.
Well, whatever you choose, I'm sure it'll be great.
Now's not the time to workshop.
It will come to you, but sooner than later.
TikTok, motherfucker.
Well, you guys have 4 days until the gala, and that's a lot of free time. You're still in the middle of the beginning of the first day right now, which we'll get more into in a bit. So you have plenty of time, and who knows how many sessions of downtime until you hop into the gala, and something may or may not happen at the gala. Might be an event, might not be. So, I mean, you're meeting with the king, so it's a big deal.
Doramos gonna pull up in the gala.
Who's that, the demonic Lambo?
He gonna pull up like, hey, Horatio, where's that shard that you said you was gonna get for me?
We have time to very quickly slide in a side quest.
Maybe.
Real quick, just real quick, go, you know.
The last time we tried to do a side quest, it was the main quest.
Right?
Well, after you guys all finished your library and teleported back down, Cal went on, asked some questions, and both in the Corporis and down the surface, and found that there were plenty of places you could to get some cash as you are getting low on funds. There are mages who need items, and especially with this curfew, unless they're adventurers or someone who can get a pass, and possibly the Queen of Fia's charges, which would be you, might be able to get a pass, but you can go out and complete it, and mages got money. So you could possibly go in there, and that could be a little side quest. We don't know what else there is. And I'm sure they'll just be side quests and not be like, oop, just kidding, the big bad's here. Or maybe not, who knows?
Oh, no.
Only if you want to rush the story.
Of course I don't want to rush the story.
Suddenly, Doramos here shopping at a... What do you guys do?
Old lady across the street, and it turns into Deja.
No, I'm sure you'll get some downtime. And then you got all that time to adventure off. Like, the city of Thelos is large enough for its own little adventure alone. It's like each circle of Thelos is like the size of Frostmore. So it's quite a huge
check out
city.
The druid stuff.
Yeah. So I'm sure there'll be time. And then there's the Mage Wars. Every time I say that in the recording, I'm going to echo my voice. So it's like Mage Wars.
There's the Mage Wars. There's the Bloodlet. I am very interested in the Bloodlet.
Bloodlen with an N.
Bloodlend. I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, that even appeals to Banaka more than Mage Wars.
Because I think that Duran could find a really dope weapon over there.
But the worst part about the Mage Wars is it wasn't even about the mages.
I would say some foreshadow. The Mage Wars is definitely a test of, as it was explained to Cal, test of magical prowess and ability to do all types of obstacles. So you'll have all of your abilities at your disposal while you try to pass this magical obstacle. Kind of like, what's that show that's on TV? American Ninja, but for mages.
Horatio beast on that.
Horatio into doing it. But.
Horatio would definitely beast on it, but Lewis? No.
Magical beast master.
Lewis sucks with puzzles. Unless, like, visual puzzles I'm good with, but, like, hearing him?
Oh, no. Some of it might be visible. I'm bringing the whole shebang to this Mage Wars. You
really want to do the Mage Wars? What if we just don't do it?
I mean, you don't have to. Bloodland the Bloodland has amazing stuff too, but its name sounds like something, and it was written in Thieves' Cant, so it's probably something built more towards that type. Very shady, but you never know. But then we have that, and then also, like I said, there's tons of mages who need some work to be done, and then after that you all made your way to some shopping area and the Laughing Tavern. First going to the Clothes Minded, getting yourselves, Monaka only getting herself some fancy clothes in time for the gala, it seems. King also trying to get free gifts along the way, but
I mean, you never know. I was like, let me just see if we could get a sponsorship. We're kind of broke.
You're like, every time you go somewhere new, hi, do you want to sponsor us? For just
We're
5 gold a day.
Special and rich. We're special and important. Give us money and free shit.
You were just like, I don't even know you. Though he was quite impressed that you were going to the gala. What was that?
Oh, he's like, who are you? Every time they're like, we don't even know.
I don't even know you. You want free shit?
They're gonna find out.
You've been in town for like 30 seconds.
Once we save Thelos as well as Shivering and all of Duskhaven.
You failed Shivering.
Hey.
We failed Shivering. Oh my god.
Fia, I meant. Save Fia and all of Duskhaven. Then they're gonna throw free shit at us, and it's like, we don't want it now.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Say what? How you can't say you're not gonna say something and not say
I
it.
don't want the stuff. But then again, we end up saying that at the end of the Gleam chapter.
We don't
right?
want enough. Honor was enough.
Honor was enough, right? Not this time. They're gonna be like, can you guys have this? We'll be broke if we give you all of this. Oh, that sounds like a you problem. Come on, give it.
Oh no, Minako wouldn't let you rob fucking Shiver.
No.
Damn, you're right.
That's not right. You can't rob Shiver.
No, I'm joking.
We need to
This
kill
is our
Minako.
holy blade.
We could rob Thelos, you said?
I don't know if Horatio may be robbing Thelos if you try to get this Doramo, his shard that's somewhere inside the Corporis, though you have only scratched the surface of all the goodies inside the Corporis Arcana.
I think that I'm going to try, let me rephrase that. Horatio thinks that the longer it takes Doramo to get this shard, the longer it takes his plans to go into fruition. So he's gonna make it seem like he's trying, but he's probably not really gonna try to get it. He's gonna wait to see if he can stop him somehow.
What about his concern about a Ren who's being put onto your chat to taunt you almost?
He is concerned with Ren's safety. However, he knows that Ren is really tough, so
she can take it.
She could take it for now. I don't think Doramo's gonna kill her because he knows that if he kills her, he's not gonna get Horatio to do anything. So Horatio feels that he has some of the power here. and that's why he's not rushing to find the shard to find out where. Honestly, Lewis, thought that King Terminus had the shard, but you specified that it was that it's the Corporis that has the shard when Doramo spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's got his in, basically. So now it's just find out where the shard is at and just delay it as long as you can.
What happens when Doramo starts sending fingers, planar shifting fingers in front of you? Okay.
I mean, if he starts sending fingers, I'll be like, hey, listen, you heard her and you're not getting this shard. So if I get another finger, you can kiss this shard goodbye.
Ooh. Horatio is a dangerous negotiator.
Yeah.
Fingers.
He wants the shard. He's not going to harm her if Horatio tells her, like, at least I don't think so. He might find another way to fuck with Horatio, though. Right now it's mind games, I believe, that they're playing.
And so Horatio hasn't actually revealed all this, at least your last talk with Doramo to the group. Is he just keeping some things to himself out of means of sparing the group, or just doesn't want to share at all?
So there are some things that he doesn't want to say because he feels like it's going to compound stress. As the group is already dealing with enough, which is why Horatio feels like he has so much on his plate, because he has that, he has his mom's issue, he has the failure at Northrail, like all of those things are on the back of his mind, and like he wants to share it with someone, but he knows that everyone is like at peak stress level, so he feels like he has to hold it all in and handle it for the group.
Okay. So then after you went to your closed-minded, we had the group separate at that point, and Cal and Horatio went on over to the Laughing Tavern. There they met a band named the Rakish Rogues, who played a little song about the glory of the Trias and the Aegis, and booing basically the Prolepsi, the old gods. And so they seemed to chant something in an ancient language that none of you understood. And all the people in the room, with the exception of, who knows, maybe a couple people, and Horatio, were put under a trance and just gave whatever was in their pockets, including Cal, who gave several platinums worth of money, all of his money away, and you got hoodwinked and swindled after getting belligerently drunk off of the bartender's Laughing Tavern special drink.
Horatio did get belligerently drunk, but he did not get swindled. Cal got swindled.
This is true.
Since Zeki is not here to defend his character, ha Cal.
I mean, it was a good song. Maybe he didn't get swindled. Maybe it was worth it.
I mean, he worships Prolepsi, so I'm pretty sure he wasn't really liking that song.
He was drunk.
Amazing scene, by the way. That was hilarious.
It was a great scene and it was hilarious. But yeah.
And then you guys just kept putting it back. I was like, how long are they going to drink? This is some strong stuff. I thought Cal had you, but look at you, benefiting off of Cal's own aura.
Benefiting off of his own aura, yep. I mean, I did roll pretty well, but last one was the one where, like, Cal's own aura saved me. But for the most part, I was rolling well. Apparently Horatio can hold his liquor.
Yeah, apparently he can. And then afterwards, you guys were all joined together, talked a bit about the clothes you picked up and the money that got swindled after Manako bumped into one of the Rakish Rogues, the Janasi and the dwarf. And he's just like, keep it. I just stole a bunch. Walked away.
You didn't say it quite like that. But...
No, of course not. It was very more smooth. The dwarf was smooth. It was a dwarf, a Janasi, and a human who all took your money and walked away. And then, but you did overpay for your drinks. That gave you some time in a private room with the bartender who came up and was a little snippy afterwards. You see a lot of people here are very like, they're fine 1 minute and they change their mind quickly. Everyone's kind of on a short fuse inside of the arcane capital. But nevertheless, you all sobered up and hanged out in that room and everything was revealed. So you had plenty of time, some time to rest up and cure yourselves. So my next question was for all of you can ask. So, with the exception of both Cal and Horatio. So you guys, the rest of you walked in there and saw these two just out of their minds. What was going through your heads after seeing your allies all drunk and passed out?
Aww.
Yeah.
Like they deserved it. They deserved a minute downtime.
Yeah.
And then about Cal's money getting stolen, are you just kind of like, well, sucks to be him.
What the fuck?
I mean, like,
and then he said, like, we'll just get money from somewhere else. Let's not worry about it. And we were like, okay.
I mean, like, yeah, I was not about that, but he was like, we'll just do something else. And I was like, I would not have said that if that was my money. Let me tell you
Yeah.
that.
I mean, that's how Cal is, right? I believe he's lawful good, so he's like,
I don't know
whatever.
what he is.
I don't know. I believe so because he's a paladin, but he could be lying. He could be an oathbreaker all this time, But,
I couldn't handle that.
no, talk about the worst timeline that happened.
My goodness. Duran wouldn't be able to handle that.
I quite drop out the campaign. It's too much for me. I can't take this world of lies. I can't just been living it.
No, but Cal definitely played it cool. He's probably more upset with himself that he fell for it, but he's definitely playing it cool. Like, it's money.
Yeah.
However, I'm with Travis. If it was Horatio and it was that much money, hold on, we gotta go find these motherfuckers, man.
You're like, locate object. Yeah, almost
like
200 gold. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Be like, let's try time to scry. Rakus rogues. What the fuck are they?
Yeah, because we saw what they look like.
Yeah. I mean, one definitely stood out as the only water genasi you've seen probably ever.
Yeah, so
They don't exist in the Broken Lands.
Horatio's too drunk to even compute. Granted, now that he's sober, he remembers, but at that moment, he was just way gone already.
Right. And then you guys all kind of sobered up and headed off and going who knows where, finding another quest. The day was yours, and we had ended this session. What?
Hold on, because Monaco asked Duran a crazy, crazy question, to which Duran had an amazing answer. I don't know if any of you remember when she asked Duran if she loves King and would do anything for him.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was that.
It's like Duran's answer was like unexpected, if I might add. It was like, yeah, I love him. Or I don't know if he admitted that he loved him or not, but he said he did, right? He said, yeah, I love him, but I would not do anything for him. And it's like, what was that about? Is basically, you get me? Like
he understands that, like, even beforehand when King was sick, he was at the point where he would fight Maliki, but he's starting to more understand that there are things that are really valuable and important to King that he values on a principle level as much as and even more than his own life. And to not value and respect those is kind of not valuing and respecting King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wise as shit.
How far will Duran go for King? And like, what would he not do for him?
He definitely wouldn't kill an innocent person for him because King would never be proud of that.
Okay.
Now, go ahead, Omar.
And I would say it will be interesting to see throughout the campaign the lengths that Duran is willing to go for King as King slowly starts to deteriorate, becoming something new.
Yeah, I mean, I see Duran getting to the point where he's not letting King, like, if King gets bad enough to where, like, healing is an issue, Duran might not allow King to, like, heal people. Like, stop it. Don't do that. He'll be like, Horatio, can you put counterspell into this ring?
I mean, you still use the spell slot to do so you still use the energy, so that would just be counterproductive. So yeah. It's more like you can't stop King. You just have to, we'll have to just wait and see. Yeah. Travis, would King not do magic if Duran asked him to?
For a while.
Wow.
For a minute.
I don't want to get more into that. I'd rather see that what happens when it happens, but interesting. Okay. Not saying that would happen, or maybe will. I don't know. I just feel like that could be something that happens, and that'll be interesting to see how it turns out during. But yes, after that, you all.
Part of me also, I thought about it today. That was, we keep talking about like how his body is deteriorating or slowly will deteriorate as he uses spells, but I just thought of the fact, well, that's a one-way street and it's just going down. Why can't it potentially go up? Maybe I can do something to like patch or heal my body to slow the regression or even stop it, you know, like heal it enough to stop it for as long as I want. You know what I mean? And there might be something to do that.
Maybe. I mean, you're in the Arcane Capital. If any place it is to find that out would be here.
I mean, them shady people, I'm gonna be like, I'm a god, analyze me. Like, no, I don't know. We'll see.
We will see. You have, basically, we magic folks have a large library within the entire Arcane Capital. You just, it's a full research on it.
And the queen bee, what's her name? She's like super an abjurer, which is like all about shielding, warding. If anyone would know, she would be the one to know.
Oh,
like,
Alara, yes.
Yeah. Like, I been done thought about that.
But then that's like giving out secrets. Who can you trust?
You definitely cannot trust them. That's what we know. Cannot trust them because they were shady about the chaos energy.
It's like
they're like, we've heard of it, bitch. I'm getting a ping not too far from here. What do you mean we've heard of it?
It's definitely, you went from although it was chaotic in itself due to the events, a trustful area, as you can completely trust the demon dancers up until now, and the Queen of Fia as well. But then now you're just here in a Corporis where you don't know if you're surrounded by enemies or not, and you're just on your own.
I mean,
The choices are yours and yours alone.
I'm hoping that King Terminus is a true ally. Like, I'm hoping that he and my... I guess Horatio is growing exhausted of everyone hating his parents. Except, like, I want to say Camilla was probably the first one that was like, oh, you're their kid, the one that got away. And to this moment, I don't know which one she was talking about. But yeah, like...
I mean, the Seekers seem to like your parents, but I'm not saying they didn't like them. There was definitely a silence when every time their name comes up. So is that awe or is that like more like shame? Well, you don't really know. But they definitely left their mark in the world. A very big, big mark that Horatio seems to be stepping into the footprints and more engulfed into it. But he's slowly growing into.
I mean, we'll see. He seems like he can't step out of this family's shadow, no matter what.
I really hope that when we give Terminus the letter, he, like, reads it and is like, you're banished, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. You should have gotten this to me sooner. Like, I really hope.
I really hope he opens it and he's like, yeah, I already knew all this shit, like, 10 days ago. Why'd you take so long delivering it to me?
Oh my god, that was so bad.
There was a lot of roadblocks to get to you, King.
I sort of also, like, part of me, I like want him to be this like super regal, like suave, like grandeur of a man, but part of me also thinks he's going to be like the king from Black Clover, like a pompous like, loser who knows nothing.
No,
he's just like, I'm the king. I'm the king!
A super old wizard.
Like a super, just like a obnoxious.
I was actually picturing like a
Saruman
like an old, but like, I don't know, like Garen type from League of Legends, like just rough, strong dude, you know? That's what I was picturing at least.
Oh, you mean like Silver Daddy Garen?
I mean...
he's like, I'm not using those terms.
Anyway.
I will say... So here's meta alert. Here's my meta alert. One of you is close to the description, but you'll find out once you finally get there. But one of you is very close to how he is going to be portrayed.
I really hope that it's not whoever the fuck said King
Travis.
Black Code. Yeah, I really hope it's not Travis that's close to it. If Alex is close to it, I'm okay with it. Just not Travis. I do not want that to be King Terminus.
Out of 3 of you, 1 of you is very close, so I'm quite excited for you guys to meet King Terminus. Okay, final predictions before we go on each of you. What's in the letter? Horatio.
Don't trust anyone except these guys that delivered this letter. I need your aid. Shit is hitting the fan.
King.
I think she's calling on an old pact that she made with him ages ago. That was like, I'm calling in a favor, and you are obligated to answer my call. And that's what's basically written in there. I'm turning in my slip. I need you. That's what I think's gonna happen.
Monaco.
Oh, it's a scroll. We're gonna open it, and a fucking spell's gonna come out of it, and I don't know what it's gonna be, but she's gonna appear and oh, thank goodness I put my soul into that scroll. You know what I mean? Something like that.
And Duran.
I think it's going to be the sign off on, hey, it's time to use a secret weapon that our kingdoms agreed would be used in such a scenario. Release all the locks, give access to these guys, bring out the big giant, super giant mecha robot to fight the zombies with.
What is it called? BFG? Big fucking gun.
Okay. Interesting things ahead, and we'll see which one of them is correct or close. So, as always, thank you so much for listening, everybody, to all our fans. Thank you so much to the cast. You guys are amazing. And thank you for joining us today. I am your host and Tailweaver Omar, and this is Shoulda Had a D8. From the first chapter to the last page, we thank you and we love you all for listening. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
But
Bye.